Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, gentlemen. I'm back with lecture number 2. I do hope that you are enjoying a good time at your homes. I cordially welcome you to our lecture number 2. I hope you are going to watch and listen very attentively. Dear students, in this lecture we are going to focus on very important aspects of your syllabus. First one is synonyms, which you can understand as vocabulary building, and second aspect is short answers. To me, synonyms are of paramount importance because they help you build your vocabulary, and vocabulary is of course used while speaking, and it becomes more important when you build your vocabulary as a learner of second language. You can understand its importance from the example of a footballer who wants to play football but he does not have any. Therefore, how can you speak English if you don't have words to speak? I hope you understand my point. The second aspect, of course, is short answers. Short answers are equally important and they carry 12 marks. These short answers are given at the end of each lesson, and not only they are given at the end of the lesson, but sometimes these answers can be asked from within the text itself. Therefore, you need to go through the story very extensively. Thank you. Well, gentlemen, this is a very important slide coming your way. I hope you would be ready for it. It deals with vocabulary or synonymous words from lesson 1. Let me tell you that every lesson has its own importance. Lesson 1 is very, very important for its vocabulary as well as for its short answers. So you need to be very attentive in the slides coming your way. So let's begin with synonyms. The first word is abruptly, which is an adverb. It means suddenly, instantly, promptly, immediately, or directly. Second word is will. It means reel, roll, spin, rotate, twirl. And by the way, it is a verb. Gasp. Gasp is a verb and it can also be used as a noun. Its synonyms are pant, huffing, puff, bluster, or irregular breath. You may call it huffing and puffing. Third synonym is stumble. It is a verb. Its equivalent words are fall, trip, stagger, wallow, or tumble. Dismay. This is a verb as well as a noun. Its synonyms are frustration, displeasure, dissatisfaction. Next word is very interesting one. It is furor. Now let me tell you that it is pronounced differently in British accent. The British pronounce it as furore, while Americans pronounce it as furor. It is a noun. Its meanings are confusion, blather, fuss, ruckus, or rumpus. The next word is stir. It is a verb as well as a noun. Its equivalent words are glare, gaze, glare, gape, and intent look. The next word is frown. Frown, by the way, are creases that appear on your forehead or face. It is basically a name of an expression. The equivalent words are scowl, glare, or an expression of displeasure. The next word is ridiculous. It is an adjective. It is a commonly used word. It means absurd, ludicrous, foolish, funny, or stupid. The next one is a very important word, contemptuous. This word is also used as an adjective. Its meanings are abhorrent, disdainful, scornful, insulting, or humiliating. Next one is also a very important word. It is pronounced as indemnity. This word is a noun. Its meanings are damages, remuneration, or compensation. The next word is appalled. It is used as an adjective here. Its synonymous words are horrified, terrified, scared, afraid, shocked. Next word is astounded. It is also an adjective. It means stunned, baffled, startled, astonished, bemused, and many other. The next word is intrigue. This is a very important word. It has different usage. It is used as a noun, verb, and also as an adjective. It means design. Design हम कहते हैं मंसूबे को, हिकमत अमली को, प्लान को. It is also called a plot, a conspiracy, treachery, or to contrive. The next word is incredulous. This is an adjective. It means doubtful, distrustful, suspicious, skeptical, or disbelieving. The next word refers to the behavior of a person. It is pronounced as eccentric. It is an adjective. Its synonyms are bizarre, erratic, funky, weird, and queer. Well, gentlemen, the second slide regarding the use of vocabulary or synonymous words is being displayed on your screens right now. But before I go through this slide, let me tell you from my personal experience that students find it very easy to memorize anything being conveyed to them in the form of notes. So I feel confident that you will be able to memorize all those things being given to you. But the difficulty level for the students increases when they have to memorize the vocabulary of a particular word. They get confused and in the end they choose a wrong option from the given answers. Therefore, since I have been dealing with first year classes for the last 8 years, so I would advise you to note these words down in your neat registers and send a hard copy of your homework assignment at the college. On Friday, this homework will again be repeated. So let's begin with this slide. The first word in this slide is scoffing. This is an extremely important word that has been repeated in the first year exams many times. It is basically an adjective. Its equivalent words are mocking, scornful, insulting, humiliating, and contemptuous. The next word is curious. This is an adjective, a commonly used word. It means keen or keenness, eager or eagerness, interested, intrusive, or inquisitive. The next word is disgusted. This is being used as an adjective. It means fed up, sick of, done with, livid, angry. The next word is proposition. It is also used in pair of words with preposition. You need to be careful about its pronunciation. It's not preposition, it is proposition. It is a noun. It means plan, design, scheme, or strategy. The next one is an important word. It is pronounced as impulsively. It is an adverb. It means suddenly, capriciously, instantly, compulsively, unintentionally, spontaneously, or inadvertently. These words cannot be written in the column here, so I am just speaking them out. The next word is offend. Offend is a verb. Its synonymous words are annoy, irritate, infringe, infuriate, or to cause anger. The next word is offensive. This is an adjective from the verb offend. Its noun is offense. Its synonymous words are assault, attack, aggression, or assertiveness. With this, I think I have covered all the important words from lesson number 1, and lesson number 1 is extremely important for its vocabulary. There are, I know, many words which you will find new for your use. So I would request you to please go through them very carefully, attentively, and note each and every word down in your neat register. Thank you. Dear students, now we are about to approach the most significant part in the scheme of paper. Yes, it's time for short answers. In lecture 1, I gave you the whole scheme of paper, according to which this question carries 30 marks. And we expect our students not to drop even a single point in it. Well, therefore, I have and I will repeat it over and over again that you need to reproduce them in your neat registers, where they will get transferred in the form of notes, always available with you. One more thing for you to consider is that we are not professional users of these modern techniques. We are working day in and day out to reach out to you in the most benefiting manner. You need to realize that the 30-minute lecture received by you takes an effort of hours and hours. Therefore, we expect you to take burden of your share of responsibility and do your work diligently. Thank you. So let's get going with short questions from lesson number 1. The first question, the statement of the question is there in your book. You can read it out from there. I can simply speak it out over here on the slide. The first question is, why did Norma consider the tone and attitude of Mr. Stewart offensive? So the answer is, Norma was busy in her domestic work when Mr. Stewart knocked at the door. She thought that he was a salesman who wanted to sell something, but she did not want to bicker with him as she was tired. But Mr. Stewart was stubborn and rude and tried to assert himself, which she considered offensive. Question number 2 is, why did not Arthur agree with his wife? Well, the answer is, Arthur disagreed with his wife because he was an upright and a principled man who was of the opinion that killing someone, we know him or not, is a crime, an immoral act, and an out-and-out murder. Question number 3 is, what reasons Norma gave to persuade her husband to agree with her? And the answer is, Norma tried to persuade her husband to agree with her because she had plans to improve her lifestyle and she thought that the offer was a golden opportunity to get her dreams translated into reality. Question number 4, and the answer is, Norma argued that they did not want to kill anybody in reality and they might be doing it for some research project in order to study the reactions of average people under such circumstances, or an eccentric millionaire might be playing games with people. Question number 5 is, why did Mr. Stewart continue persuading Norma? This is very, very important question. Question number 5 and question number 2 are very, very important and frequently have been repeated in the previous exams. Well, the answer to which is, Mr. Stewart continued persuading Norma because he knew that she was greedy and tempted by the offer and could not resist it, as she was overwhelmed by her whims. Question number 6 is, what message did Norma receive on pushing the button? The answer to which is, on pushing the button, Norma received the shocking news of the death of her husband in a subway accident. Question number 7 is, and this is also a very, very important question, and its statement is, what is the significance of Arthur's life insurance policy? I repeat, what is the significance of Arthur's life insurance policy? Well, the answer is, Arthur's life insurance policy is of huge significance in the context of the story, as it was their own money which was going to be doubled in case of his accidental death, and there was no money whatsoever to be paid by any organization. I hope you get it. Question number 8 is, did Norma remain normal on hearing the news? The answer is no. Norma did not remain normal on hearing the news of the death of her husband. She could not keep control over herself, and her breath seemed to have stopped, and she almost collapsed. Question number 9 is again a very, very important question, repeated many times in the previous exams, so you need to focus it. The statement of the question is, why did not Norma remain true to her husband? I repeat, why did not Norma remain true to her husband? The answer is, Norma did not remain true to her husband because she was greedy by nature and wanted to have all her dreams fulfilled by hook or by crook. She found the offer overwhelmingly irresistible and failed to suppress its temptation. I repeat the answer. Please be careful. Norma did not remain true to her husband because she was greedy by nature and wanted to have all her dreams fulfilled by hook or by crook. She found the offer overwhelmingly irresistible and failed to suppress its temptation. Well, the question number 10 is about the essence of the story or the theme of the story, or we can say that what is the author's opinion about this story. Well, the essence of the story is that living with a person is one thing and knowing him or her is entirely something different. You may live with the person for your entire life, but that does not necessarily mean that you would end up knowing him or her. This paradox, particularly in the relation of a husband and wife, has been highlighted by the writer. Well, that was the end of your lesson number 1. I hope I have been able to deliver each and everything to you, and your queries have been well met. Even then, if there are any queries, you can share it with me on my personal number. I thank you all.